If you're feeling panicked because your state legislature banned social gatherings and you've got nothing in place to reach your tribe on Sunday, take a deep breath and buckle in, because I've got 5 different solutions for you and none of them require you to buy anything. Let's get into it. Here's the easiest option. Have your pastor go live for a sermon at your normal gathering times on Facebook or YouTube. This is great for a couple reasons. First, you're live when people are used to having a church service, meaning if you didn't have time to notify them, like this week, there's a good chance they'll be looking at that time anyway just to see if something's gonna happen. Also, you can put the volunteers or the other church staff to use monitoring the comments from anywhere. It's just Facebook, so they can sign in and see just like anyone else. So they can post any key scriptures you mention, answer questions for folks, and so on. Prompting interaction like this is a great way to make your live stream experience feel inclusive rather than just like a recording. It helps to give the tribe a sense of connection to you, even when they're far away. You can also collect prayer requests in the comments and then prompt everyone to pray for each other. To actually do this, just sit your phone sideways, please, for the love of gaff tape. On any stable surface, log into Facebook and hit go live. Super easy. If you have a lav mic or a headset, you can plug that in, a mic like this one, and it might give you better audio, but as long as you're in a quiet location, you can get away with your phone audio just fine. Okay, and number 2, a simple conversation with some worship. We get it. There's a lot of music junkies out there. If you've got no live stream infrastructure set up yet, there are a lot of things to consider when you go from a simple conversation to a musical broadcast. For now, we'll ignore copyright and come back to it next week, and we will come back to it. Your phone's gonna struggle to capture the sound of a full band. You can get around this by having the band play in your sanctuary and plugging like the headphone output of your soundboard into your phone as a microphone, but this assumes you've got the right cables and the time to like faff around with all that stuff. It might just be easier to do an acoustic set, a real acoustic set, not what most worship pastors call an acoustic set. Like an acoustic guitar, a cajon, and your singers. It would be wise to arrange these musicians in a half circle because they'll need to feed off each other's energy. There won't be anyone in the seats for them to engage with. You can deliver a sermon when they're done or give your message first and go live the same way we just discussed using Facebook or IGTV right from a phone. Option number 3, a recorded message. If you've got access to a camera, even if it's just like a camcorder, you could always set that up and pre-record your sermon. Then you can just post it on Sunday morning. This isn't my favorite option because it doesn't give your tribe that sense of connection with you, but there's a lot of value in getting to give the message a couple times before you decide which one to post. It also means that with some basic editing in a free software like Adobe Rush CC or iMovie, you can add your slides back into the message. Option number 4, a live Q&A. Consider committing to the interaction and just doing a live Q&A with people. You could open with just a couple minutes of teaching about something you've had bouncing around your mind, but it doesn't quite fit into a sermon, and then just open it up to questions. People can comment what they've been wrestling with. We started doing this at Reality Church when I was the technical director there, and it was like a breath of fresh air. You'd be surprised what people are wondering and how excited they'll be to get a chance to have their questions answered. Lastly, you could consider doing a live prayer time where you prompt people at home to pray with you over different prompts like the world or your household and so on. Whatever you decide to do, remember that Paul spent a whole lot of his time establishing the church that you're now a part of from behind bars. So we know that God can handle a couple weeks of quarantine. I'm Josh Hughes, here to save you time, cash, and sanity as we all pursue the next level of nonprofit video together, and I'll be mass producing resources just like this one in the weeks to come. If they're out, I'll link them right there. Otherwise, subscribe to make sure you don't miss them when they arrive. And just like last time, I'll see you next time.